Hey guys, welcome to the A1 with Moyin. So our quarantine series that we did last year, those amazing YouTube lives, have been turned into podcast episodes. So season 1 of the A1 with Moyin podcast is now live on all podcast streaming sites. Wherever you listen to your podcast, it's there. But we have little replays right here on the YouTube channel. So on this episode, I interviewed the founder of Slikour on Live, Siya Metane. Commonly known as an award-winning musician and hip-hop artist, I spoke to Siya about his journey from musician to creating a media platform that thousands of people engage with on the regular. I really wanted to chat to you because I've watched a number in preparation for today. I've watched a number of interviews, and something that I saw or noticed was that you really wanted to diversify. Obviously, from Squatter Camp was successful in what it did. It was great, but you felt like a life of performance would not last long and you had to diversify and do other things, which I think is kind of what's going on in the world today. A lot of people can't perform as much at all, really, unless they're doing so on a digital platform. And so I want to kind of talk to you about when you started and realizing that, look, performance is not going to last forever and I need to diversify my skills. So how did that kind of mind process work out for you?
I think to answer your question, I've never ever been like attached to anything that I do, including music, including what I'm even currently doing. I've always there's this default thinking in my head that makes me believe that I'm on a journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that people label everything that you do, whether you are an artist or whether you are an accountant, It's just that I've just always been in people's faces, in the media, from a media perspective. But I'm a worker, and for me, it's more like winning the war kind of mentality. It's how do I keep on working on what I love versus working on Squatter Camp, working on Slikour on Live. It's just how do I consistently maintain doing what I love,
Yeah. So what was the process for you in terms of starting Slikour on Live? Obviously, Slikour is a well-known name. It's a well-known brand. It's one that resonates with a lot of people, especially when it comes to hip-hop. How was that transition kind of building and starting Slikour on Live?
I think it was also a bit like what the hell am I doing type thing, because it wasn't like what the world is today, where everybody is a content creator, people are launching apps,
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like there's this influx of content creators and app developers and ideas of stories and narratives. It's such an influx of it that when I was doing it like 7 years ago, it was like, what the hell am I doing? So I never knew what I was doing. I just wanted to do it every day. And I'm that type of dude who, if I want to do something, I just do it and I don't stop, And I think that like in the end, I think that trumps like, I always say, things go viral. It's either you go viral or you go survival, And viral literally is it blows up for the moment. Survival is consistent,
Sure.
So I had to also make that choice whether I want to be viral and say some shit that makes people curious or angry or become like, okay, what the hell did that guy just say? Or do I just like be normal and tell music stories and just say I like music, not get myself involved in people's scandalous lives, even if they are, but just tell the music story, And how long does that last? The music is going to be around forever. So as long as I'm telling the music story with the musicians that care about their music and their craft, and whether they're celebrities or whether they're up and coming, I could do that forever, but I can't be viral forever,
Let's talk about the practical ways in which you started the company, because I think right now a lot of people are going to start figuring out what they need to do, because DJs can't DJ, actors can't act right now, TV presenters can't present, and right now I'm sure a lot of minds are trying to figure out what they can do, and digital is going to be a platform that they'll probably run to. But when you started Slikour on Life, what was one of the things, or some of the things, practical things that you had to figure out to build what is now known as Slikour on Life?
Remember when I was doing it, I never knew it was going to be what it is. You know, there wasn't any blueprint of what it could be. You know what I mean? So when I was doing it, I was just like, it was just me, my phone, and I'd go to events, literally like speak to artists that I knew, and like go back home, pull out those videos from my phone. I'd learn how to upload videos on YouTube. You know, everyone can do it now. I'd learn how to upload videos on YouTube. I'd understand how to embed the code from YouTube and put it on the website. Then I need to write the article and then publish, you know. And that really was the process. It was like really 3 steps, like be at the place, from the place, when you've left the place, capture the memory of the place, go to a platform where literally like that memory can live, like your album, you know, your photo album, which is the blog. Capture that, write it, publish it, and those that literally like know what it's about or that care about it will consume it. And every day that was the process till it gets to a point where you have your own equipment, and now you're not just going to people's events. Now people think that you're credible enough for them to come to you or invite you to their houses, and now you can shoot the stuff. Now you shoot it, and now it's super exclusive because now I'm not in a club, I'm not at someone else's event. Now it's super exclusive. Now I've got that, and we go back to the same thing. Capture that moment that no one has seen now because it's exclusive, publish it and tell. That's it, the story. New music, artist sends me new music. I listen to music. I still listen to artists' music till this day. A lot of the music I listen to and I curate and I send through to the team that I also work with, because they're also curating their stuff. So it's a thing of just like listening to people and making the time to literally like hear what people want to do and want to say. It's having an open mind and open ear. It's less everything else I've just said to you, like capture, publish. That's technical. What you cannot literally be taught is just being patient to hear other people's ideas or hear other people's creativity or accept other people's how they feel themselves without you feeling less about how they feel about themselves. You know what I mean? Whether they got big heads or whether they, you know what I mean? So that's the thing you cannot teach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's about also finding your excitement, you know. I wasn't really excited to get in the studio. I wasn't excited about the idea of releasing music, about the idea of touring. But I was intrigued by this.
Yeah.
And the intrigue was bigger than, am I starting? Like I said, it's like, I'm intrigued. I'm starting all over again. I'm playing. You know, it's people's perception of where I am. Yeah. I know how I feel. I know that I feel empty. I know that I feel that I gotta feel something. And if it means that feeling something makes me walk around the place where people go, yo, why is he starting from the bottom again? I can't listen to those voices because then I'll have a conflict with what's in my heart. You know what I mean? So, my biggest like philosophy or theory is that just make sure you're not in conflict with your heart, you know, and always like and always make the dream the hero, you know, because when the dream is the hero, your ego literally like always kind of like steps back, and the dream literally like takes the pain, takes the humiliation, takes the late nights, you know, the dream starts working, you know. So you got to be a slave to the dream.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how hard it is and how consistent you have to be until it finally grows into something that is substantial in the eyes of a lot of other people, and especially brands. And for you, when you started having to work with brands and figure that aspect of it, because firstly you figured out, okay, this is how I create content. This is how I build my platform. I'm getting traction in that. Now there's a new element of bringing on a brand so that I can make this something I can live off of. How was that transition for you?
I think already by the time I was starting the website, I already had an idea of how I was going to possibly make money. And at the time, I thought I was going to make money through banners, and the world was changing. The world wasn't working with banners anymore. I had to, as I left my job, my stable job, and I thought I'd make money off banners, 3 months later, there was a new thing called programmatic, and I couldn't make money off banners. So here I am, commercially, I'm starting from zero, that's my own struggle.
Yeah.
And as that happens, this programmatic literally puts us in this situation. Now I have to think about how am I upskilling my content creation side, So now the content creation becomes like the business or the line item that I add. Now I have to learn how to make videos, or not even how to make videos, but how do I know who to hire or who does great videos? People don't understand, just finding the right people that know how to do it. And, you get a guy who knows how to shoot well, but he doesn't know how to mix the sound. So now you've got a sound issue. And these are things that you are learning in the process. So, it's evident in the videos where people go, yo, what's happening with the sound on your YouTube comments? It's like, what people don't know is that they're like, yo, this is who you are. Your sound should be here. And I'm like, they don't know that actually I'm learning. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.